Hey, what's up guys? It's the Mad Hatter. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Alright, so getting straight into this video. My favorite case for the iPad, any iPad, going into 2023. Still these cases. The Zugu case for any iPad. If you guys aren't familiar with these iPad cases, you generally can get them from Amazon. They range from 40 to 80 bucks, depending on your make and model. And as far as the quality goes, 10 out of 10. Mostly for the Apple Pencil. The stand with the adjustable angles, the build design, 10 out of 10. These guys have been around for a while now, and just like I was stating, there's a very good reason for that. So if you guys are like me and you just want to use your tablet as just a tablet, nothing wrong with throwing a keyboard accessory on here, nothing wrong with the Apple Pencil, but if you're like me and you just like using your iPad as a tablet, then in my opinion this is the one for you. And there's a number of reasons why. I will go through them right now. It really kind of comes down to build design, quality, and protection. If you're like me, you don't mind putting up a few extra bucks to get something in a good quality. Not to say that it can't be made and done well cheaper, but you want it in that better quality because you yourself are going to enjoy it and you just would rather have some things that way. Nothing wrong with that. I'm like that too. So all of these are made with a very soft, supple feeling leather. I believe it is vegan leather. Point is, it's a very great feeling material for it not being leather. These also do come in some fantastic colors. My personal favorite as of right now is this kind of pine green. This is for my 10.9-inch iPad Air, and then I've got the brown one for the iPad Mini. So like I mentioned before, you can get these in pretty much any size and shape an iPad comes in. You can get them for the iPad with the home buttons, like for example the 9th generation 10.2, but you can just as easily pick them up for the other sizes going all the way up to the 13-inch, so a size step up bigger than this. I've been using these Zugu cases for about a couple years now, and there's a reason that they stay on my iPads. Whenever I buy a iPad, I buy a corresponding Zugu case for it, because I know it's going to be enough protection. You know the quality's there. You know, when I'm out and about doing my proactive workflow, it's going to catch people's eyes nearby and be like, wow, that's a sexy looking iPad case. And then I'd be like, that's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out. I want to give you guys a really up close and personal look at the design and the features of the case. So again, here's just a closer look at the case. Nice embossed printed logo. Also, this is a very high quality feeling rubber, and it is molded exactly to fit for your Apple Pencil if you do choose to use that. So obviously you can mount there when charging, but you also do have a storage slot in here with this nice little elastic sleeve. Now the magnets in this case are very strong given the size. So these are kind of relatively small-ish magnets, but I have to say they, you know, when they go down, they really clamp. So they're definitely high quality magnets. And it doesn't just fall open anymore. You really have to purposely open it up. You do have some air spaces for venting to dispense heat, both to do it evenly and just let it out, because that is important. And I would say that's really a mark of mastery when it comes to this case and just how well thought out and perfected this iPad case and design is. So obviously those ports or vents are only going to be when you're actually using the iPad in a inclined position or it's open. So if you got it open and you're viewing your iPad, watching some long format YouTube, Netflix, Crunchyroll, whatever have you, this flap is going to be in that open position to make sure that the iPad has plenty of open air vents to manage the heat that it generates even that much better. So real quick, here's a look on the inside face of it. So the inside flap that faces the face of the iPad. I usually have a screen protector on pretty much all of my devices as long as they have a flat screen, but I actually don't have a screen protector on this iPad. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's like the one thing I actually don't have a screen protector on out of everything that I own. It's not a big deal. It's okay, because the nice microfiber-esque felt lining of this rests on the face of that iPad, and it's a fantastic material. That way I know I don't have to worry about the iPad while it's in the case. And again, that's important. I mean, even though this is only an iPad Air, as you guys know, they make much more expensive iPads, especially if you're going up to the current 11 or 13-inch Pro models. Actually, now that I think about it, this iPad Mini was more expensive than the Air. What the hell? And then yeah, on the inside we do have some classic Zugu branding. And then let's just put it back in the case. It's really super easy. Press it on each of the 4 corners. Super quick and easy and convenient. Oh yeah, and I just remembered the real big reason of why I always keep the air in the case 24/7. It's because it's one of those earlier ones to where they bend really easily. I remember I had it in my backpack and just pulled it out one day, and it was all bent to hell. And I don't think you can actually see it, or you might be able to see it. I mean, it was really bent, and I actually I'm not usually good at unbending things, but I guess that was just my job for that day because I ended up bending it back like perfectly. You basically almost could never tell that it was totally jacked up, but it was. So on these kind of older iPads, like this is a 4th gen Air. I don't know if Apple has stated it, but I do believe that it is a thinner metal, or they just for some reason or another are not as sturdy. They bend easier. So if you have one of these earlier models, that is definitely something to be aware of. And I have held pretty much every make and model of iPad in my hand, including all the current ones up to date, and I do have to say the newer ones definitely feel like they don't have they're much more rigid, and they just don't feel kind of flimsy like this. Well, I wouldn't say flimsy, but there's definitely a difference from when this 4th gen iPad Air was new compared to any of the ones like a year or 2 later. If you were to take any of the new ones now, I don't think any of them would bend easy at all. So thankfully it's a non-issue anymore. But again, just one more reason of why I love having this iPad Air in my Zugu case 24/7. And yeah, the awesome looking pine green is just kind of a bonus. So yeah, you guys, I am still rocking the Zugu cases even in 2023, and these things are not going anywhere. These guys have turned out to be some really fantastic cases for the iPad when it comes to just using it as a regular tablet, making sure that it's protected really well, and propping it up, and that good content consumption. Links down below as always if you want to support the channel. Guys, I do hope you have a great day. I'm Matt with Mad Hatter Media, and I will see you in the next video. Later.